Hey guys, welcome back. If you are new here, my name is Melissa, and this is honestly really is my chaotic mess, so welcome. Welcome to my chaotic mess. Today, I am a little bit ashamed to be sharing this with you guys. A lot of you probably already know that I have a lot of medical issues. There are some new things going on right now that I've not shared with any of you guys as of yet. So again, once I have all the answers, you will know them, but I don't know everything yet. So until then, like I told my husband, I really don't want to worry anyone until there's something to worry about. So aside from my husband, the only other people that know what's going on is my dad and my mother-in-law. And I will be honest with you, the only reason I told them is because my dad checks Find My Friends often, and I didn't want him to see that I was at a certain place and freak out. So I went ahead and told them what was going on. That being said, I'm having a lot of major anxiety lately, so it's really hard for me to catch my breath, and that's another reason why I haven't stayed on top of cleaning, is because my anxiety is out of control, and even occupying my mind with cleaning has not been helping. But at this point, we're living in squalor, and I cannot take it anymore. So my goal today for sure is the kitchen is getting cleaned. The table is getting cleaned off. And if I have time, I'm going to tackle the living room. It's already a late start. What time is it? It's already almost 1 o'clock. I had a nightmare. Can dogs sense when you have a nightmare? Because that's what woke me up, is he started barking, but I was having a nightmare, and of course I woke up. My chest was pounding out of my chest. I don't know what the nightmare means. I don't even know why this was a nightmare, because I'll just tell you before I show you the squalor that we are living in. So I don't know what it was, but I had a dream last night that for some reason I was not attacked, but a swarm of dragonflies just decided to cover me. And in the dream, I remember yelling, please help me, get them off, get them off, get them off. And in my dream, even in my dream, I was having a panic attack. And then I heard Stitch start barking. At first, in my mind, I thought he was barking in my dream, he was also, because one thing you guys don't see in Stitch is if I start yelling, if I yell at Mischief because he's doing something bad, or if I'm yelling at Justin, whatever, he starts barking he's telling them the same thing I'm telling them. It's just the cutest thing. So, but yeah, and then it registered with me that he was actually barking, and then I woke up. But as soon as I woke up, he stopped barking. So it's was he actually barking, or I don't know. But if anyone knows about dreams and meetings, if you know the significance behind being covered with dragonflies, because I'm pretty sure they don't sting or bite or anything, humans anyway. I could be wrong about that, but I think I read that they're harmless. And I've not seen a dragonfly in forever, so I don't know why it would have been a dragonfly in my dream. I don't know. But anyway, I just wanted to kind of preface everything by saying that this is why we're living in squalor, is because mentally I've not been there, physically I've not been there, emotionally I've not been there, and now we're here. So I'm going to take you off the tripod, take you around, show you the kind of squalor we're living in. It's honestly not that bad. I've seen worse, not lived in worse, but I've seen worse. And it's really, it needs to be done. It needs to be done. So let's get on with it. All right. So sorry if this is shaky. Again, I've told you my hands like are really shaky because of my anxiety. But we're gonna start on this side and like work our way around. So this over here, this just needs to be thrown away. It's stale. It was in the pantry. My dad bought it, or not, my dad didn't buy it. He got it for free from Kroger. It probably sat in my pantry for almost a year. I finally was like, oh, Fruit Loops sound good. I went to have a bowl. They were stale. So they just need to go in the garbage. I just need to fix that. These need to go in Stitch's area. These are all dirty. That needs to be put back up. Trash, dirty, stuff that needs to be put up, trash. This just needs to be washed and put back up. This is just squalor, 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 right? Squalor. Remember we cleaned this out in the last video? It needs wiped out again. It's not as bad as it was. Bless me. Anyway, we'll come back to that. And this side of the kitchen. The trash needs to be taken out. You can probably see the lid is a little popped up. That's why there's trash up on the counter. But all of this, that goes in recycle. So I have a lot of stuff in there that I need to put in recycle. That box there needs to go to recycle. All of that stuff was on my refrigerator. As you can see, I took it all off because I haven't been keeping up with it. So I'm like, you know what? I'm just going to take it off. And then as I do things, I can put it back up. But I'm also thinking about going with a different route. So we'll see. But anyway, lots of dishes. These are all clean. But as you can see, I've been just using stuff out of the dishwasher. So it's basically empty at this point. That probably looks dirty, but that is actually scratched up, and I always put foil over my pans now anyway because they need to be replaced anyway. So yes, lots of squalor living definitely in the kitchen. I do need to go through or process those with potatoes or something. This is the table. That is from Saturday. I need to throw it away. What is today? It's Monday, by the way. Those are my medications. So I'm going to end up putting them over on this cabinet. I realized if I have them out where I see them, I take them. When I used to keep them up here. Well, I used to keep them up here, and I would forget to take them. And so now that they're like out and open and I see them every day, I remember to take them almost every time. So anyway, it's just a bunch of drinks I need to put over there in that section, put the games up. A couple fall things I bought. I think I'm just going to go ahead and put them where I had bought them for. These are from the Dollar Tree. I got this one. Ignore those canvases. I got those at an estate sale for like 25 cents. And I got this one. So I already know where I'm going to put these two things specifically. So I might go ahead and put them up. But most of this stuff is just drink packets. Thank you, Water Talk, right? I need to get my cookbooks back up. This is my planner for next year. If you guys don't know, I actually don't plan out my videos per se. But like once I upload it to YouTube, because I used to be like way ahead, and oh man, I can't, even my hands are shaking. Anyway, I used to be like really ahead, and so I would write down what video got scheduled on what day. And so now once I upload a video to YouTube, I write it down on what day I did it. Because coming up, there will I'm trying to do a lot of more pre-recorded stuff that I can just edit and be done. I have pictures here. I have pictures there. If you don't know, a lot of times T-Mobile does not free Tuesdays, T-Mobile Tuesdays, and every now and then they do photos. Sometimes they're from Walgreens, sometimes they're from CVS, sometimes they're an online thing. And granted, I have nowhere to put these photos, but free, you might as well take advantage. So this is just an extension power strip type thing I bought. This is for a fall thing I have to redo because the lights on the original one finally died. Those are my actual medicines that I put into those because my prescriptions are for 90-day increments and just trash in general. So this is what this is looking like that I want to get cleaned up. That stuff, well, this one here is the one for the old-fashioned tree, I believe. Or no, I think those are just filler bulbs that I was trying to replace everything. That's just stuff I need to put up. There's nothing really wrong with this except I need to move the books and spray. I don't know. Anyway, living room probably doesn't look too bad, but there's trash there on that table. There's no, there's no trash there. Yeah, there's trash on this table. I honestly don't know about this table. That's my husband's. I hardly ever look at it. But this room definitely needs dusted. I've been sitting in this chair because that one was leaning back. My husband fixed it last night, so I'm going to be moving back to that one. But so the TV's a little crooked. I'll fix that when we dust, if we get to it. This table is going to get a refresh as far as decor goes. I have a bunch of empty spots there, but I'm debating because I really want to decorate for fall, but now we're talking about possibly moving, so I don't know. But yeah, so this is the living room, and of course, like normal, we have laundry we need to do. So let's get started. All right, real quick, before we get too far into this, I want to specify just a few things. I don't yell at my husband. What I meant is, like, if I'm calling for him, if I'm in a different room, I yell, and then Stitch will bark and be like, hey, do what she says, sort of situation. So I don't yell at my husband. And the cat, I do yell at the cat because he's always doing something, like scratching carpets and stuff like that. Stuff he's not supposed to. I don't just yell at him for the heck of it, only when he's doing something wrong. But again, when I yell at him, Stitch will bark and act like, he's got to tell him too. So that's what I meant by that. But yes. Now, I filmed this in a certain way because I wanted to try this effect I seen another YouTuber do, and I couldn't figure it out on this piece of crap. What is the word I'm looking for? This piece of crap editing software that I use. I still haven't found a new one to switch to, and I'm still looking. And once I find one, I will be dumping this one. I want to be more creative and stop just doing these boring, just sped up videos. I do want to add some new effects and stuff like that into it. I don't want to be like B-roll type of situation. That's just not me. So don't ever expect that from me. But I do want to add a little bit more entertainment to the videos than what it is. But unfortunately, with this software that I currently use. I mean, it might be possible if I was to upgrade this particular software, but I don't want to upgrade this one and then it turn out to just be the same garbage. I don't even know what upgrading would do at this point except for allow me to save it to a cloud and export in 4K. I honestly don't know. So I don't want it. Plus, this one runs off the internet. You have to have the internet to work on it. And like I said, I want to have a software that if I need to go somewhere and like work in the car or something like that where I'm not going to have internet access, I want to be able to do that. So I want to find one that doesn't require someone's dog's not happy. Anyway, I don't know if you can hear that. Our next door neighbor, they have a husky, and that's what it sounds like. It sounds like a husky howling. But it sounds like they're crying. Maybe it was the sirens, because now they stopped. Anyway, so yes, that's why it's all filmed in this particular way in the beginning, is because I was trying to do an effect that I seen another YouTuber do, and I couldn't quite figure it out on this crap, and I tried different things to see if it would work, and it just doesn't. There was nothing that I could find in this particular software that would like merge the two images together, which is what I was trying to do. So there would be like two of me, one on each side of the room cleaning, and it didn't work. So it is what it is at this point. I tried at least, but anyway, we're gonna actually put in some music today because I don't feel the best. I did take this week off because last week I did not have the energy to really upload anything, so I am using the little bit of energy I do have to get some videos edited this week. So and when I say little energy, I have very little energy at this point in time. Anyway, so let's listen to a song, shall we?
Sometimes I think they're right, honey. Sorry for the tears in your eyes. Hey, love, give me just one more try. Used to hide myself away in the night, looking for trouble and fights, looking for answers at the bottom of my glass. You found me lost in the night, looking for trouble and fights, but you found me. No, I'm a screw up, but baby, I'm glad you're so please pick up the phone? Hey baby, I'm calling. I'm drunk, can you please pick up? No, I'm a screw up, but baby, I'm glad you're someone to rely on, someone to rely on, someone to rely on. No, I'm a screw up, but baby, I could be someone to rely on, someone to rely on. No, I'm a screw up, but baby, I'm glad you're someone to rely on, someone to rely on. No, I'm a screw up, but baby, I could be someone to rely on, 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 someone to rely on.
Alright, so on this particular day, I did have a pretty good amount of energy. As you will see, this is multiple days. This is like 2 different days. Even though I will be wearing like 3 different outfits, the last outfit is just me changing into night clothes before dinner because I cleaned and everything that morning. And then, anyway, not that I need to kind of explain this to you guys, but I wanted to kind of explain. It's not 3 different days. It's only 2 different days. But I wanted to kind of like throw that out there. On this particular day, you've seen I cleaned the kitchen. I got the dining room clean. I'm dusting. I do all the dusting this day, which is a feat in itself because it requires ladders, and I hate climbing the ladders. This week I plan on decorating for fall if I get enough energy to do so. And one of the things I'm not looking forward to is climbing the ladders. So we will see how that works for me. Sorry, I have a hard time catching my breath. But anyway, the reason I took this week off, so if you're seeing this, this is going up on the 28th of August. So when you're seeing this, the past Friday, I took the previous week off from what you're seeing this because Friday I have to have a procedure done, and I'm just not looking forward to it. I was honestly hoping the doctor would call by now, and even though today's Tuesday, so I was hoping they'd call by now saying that my test came back different and that she didn't think it necessary, but she hasn't called as of yet. So I am going to guess that either I don't know. So we're having the procedures as of now, and so I took this week off because mentally I'm just not there. So we'll see. Yeah, I guess we'll just see how things pan out in the future. And since we're on the subject of the future, I wanted to go ahead and say thank you. We are at 250 friends, and that means we are halfway to the halfway point. My ultimate end goal, believe it or not, is I just want to get to 1,000. That's it. 1,000 friends. I would be happiest with 1,000. And so I already said once we get to 500 friends, we are going to do a halfway there giveaway. And then when we get to 1,000 friends, we're going to be doing a bigger giveaway, the bigger giveaway. So I am most excited for that, and I do appreciate all of you guys. I really do. All right. I have to tell this story real quick before we continue on with the normal cleaning portion of this video. So I just went through McDonald's drive-thru. I know, go ahead and hate, I don't care. for some reason I woke up this morning and really wanted the chicken nugget meal. And first of all, I should tell you, I don't normally eat McDonald's. I don't care for McDonald's. I think the last time I had McDonald's was almost a year ago. And because we only eat it when we travel, because it's at most of the gas stations anymore. But anyway, that's not my point. Sitting in this line in drive-thru because it's way too hot. Usually I will go inside, but it's way too hot. So sitting in line in the drive-thru, and out of nowhere this lady just comes around all of us sitting in this line to get into the second lane, blocking the exit. So now no one can leave the parking lot. And all right, so what's I saying? Right. Anyway, so it's like, and then I ended up getting behind her anyway because that line was moving quicker than the other line. And sorry, I'm driving too. So she orders, the car on the other lane hadn't finished yet. And I'm saying, why is she not going? She waits for this car on the first lane to finish ordering, lets them go, and then she pulls up behind them. I'm sorry, do you not know how a double drive-thru works? If they're still ordering, you go. Even if you're blocking them, they have to wait because they didn't finish their order yet. So just FYI, because I used to work at McDonald's, if it has a double drive-thru like that, it's whoever finishes ordering first. If y'all finish at the same time, the inner lane pulls forward first. That's the etiquette of it. Don't be a dick and try to cut someone off like that lady did. She literally jumped the whole line. This line was like back to the end of the building, and she pulled around, went by all of them. Everyone probably thought she was leaving because I thought she was leaving, and then she pulls into the second lane and blocks the exit. So don't be a dick like that either. Anyway, I just wanted to tell that story because it frustrated me. So yeah, as you can see, it's the next day, if you couldn't tell from my McDonald's rant and the change of clothes. So it is now the next day, and on this day we are working on bringing the laundry into the house. It really did need to be done, and it's just so weird, like, editing this video because we have changed so much in the house since this was recorded, which it was only recorded 2 weeks ago. No, last week. Well, for me, it was last week. For you, it would be 2 weeks ago. So it's just so weird watching it, is what I'm saying. Oh, but yes, we're going to do laundry this day, of course. I did tell you in the previous section that laundry was one of the things we needed to do. We're also going to finally hang up my new collage frames that I had gotten because we had been getting a lot of free photos from our T-Mobile Free Tuesday thing. And so I bought 2 more collage frames, and I think I can still get more pictures on this particular wall that I just can't put any more collage frames on this wall. So, I mean, I don't know what I'm trying to say, honestly. I think the wall looks a lot better with the newer collage frames than it did before. Like, there was just a lot of empty space. And see, I personally like a lot of picture. Like, I want the whole wall cover. I don't like, if my walls weren't white, I don't think I would go as heavy on the pictures, to be honest. I don't know. I couldn't say for sure. I don't like white walls. And since this is rental and we're not going to paint the walls, I choose to cover them with photos. Well, I personally like having my family photos anyway because I like to look at them. Because my family is very important to me. Family is the most important thing to me. So, I just, it's a rant all on its own. I just don't understand people who don't like to have a lot of family pictures. I mean, I not to the excess I am, but when you watch, I've watched a lot of people on YouTube in the past and presently, and there are a lot of people I've watched in the past who you may see photos of their kids, but it's maybe one or two. They don't have a lot of photos of really anyone, but maybe their kids. And for me, I mean, even if I had kids, I would still think I would put my whole family up everywhere. But that's just me because I'm very family first sort of person. I don't know.
Life goes up and it goes down. I know my mom taught me that. I figured why we fool around so little, and we keep track of time being so serious.
Alright, so I wasn't going to film this, but I am making a literally made up meal. I'm calling it hamburger casserole or hamburger slop, whatever. And so let me flip you guys around and I'll kind of go over what I'm planning. Alright, so obviously I have hamburger. I'm going to add some garlic paste and onions to this before I turn it on. I haven't turned it on yet. I have my water turned on for the macaroni. We're doing 2 boxes of macaroni. That's going to be like the major base of it. I'm going to add a can of peas, a can of these fire roasted tomatoes, and then I have in the microwave, you probably can't see, but I have corn and green beans. And the reason I'm like pre-cooking those, and yes, it's only 3 o'clock, but I figured if I go ahead and prep it, I can just throw it in the oven later. So what was I saying? Yes, the last time I just threw frozen veggies into my casserole, they ended up not cooking within the normal time. So I'm pre-cooking these so that all I really have to do is throw this in the oven to warm it up, basically. So that is what we're doing. I don't know if it's going to be good. I'm thinking about maybe adding a can of cream with some soup, but I have the macaroni and cheese, so I don't think I need that. Anyway, I'll be back. Alright, so in here I added my onions. Decided to add some frozen peppers as well, but I got garlic paste, and then my seasoning, I went with the buttery, hold on, I'll show you. I just had it. Sorry. We went with the buttery steakhouse. I just wanted a little bit of seasoning, and then I did add a little bit of extra salt and some pepper, because although that does have salt in it, it doesn't have a ton of salt in it. So, and I could have put this in a bigger pan, but it's fine. We're gonna put a lid on it, let it cook. This, even though that says medium, it's gonna be high. I can turn it all the way to here, actually all the way to there, and it's still gonna cook on high because this burner is messed up. And no, I haven't told my landlord about it. No, I'm not going to tell my landlord about it, because dude made a big deal about the dishwasher, basically accused us of breaking the dishwasher, and I don't want to deal with it. So it is what it is. I don't care. But we're gonna get this cooked up, and then I'm gonna show you how we're gonna throw everything together. Okay, that stuff is obviously still cooking. For some reason, this is making me a liar. It's not cooking what I thought. But anyway, I'm gonna go ahead and show you. I'm gonna dirty a bowl because I wanna mix it really good. So we're gonna dump the whole bag of corn. And this is actually just an excuse to get rid of some of these freezer vegetables, because they were to the point where they were starting to be a little freezer burnt. And I still have one more bag of corn I need to get through, but a can of peas, because I don't have any frozen peas, and peas sound good. And then this, I'm gonna leave the juice in this. I tasted it and it's really good. And I'm thinking it will give a little bit more flavor. So we're gonna dump in the tomatoes. And now, I know peas aren't that great for you, but at least they're green. Green beans are good for you. Corn, not so much, but oh well. You hear it. I stirred it up because I wanted to break up the meat a little more. So we're gonna give it just a moment. I'm gonna stir it. This is almost ready for the macaroni, so I'm going to go ahead and get those open. And the Kraft macaroni, I think I said this in a video before, is actually my favorite. I know it's not the best, and actually I do love Velveeta brand as well, but this one is more nostalgic for me. And so I've been like really feeling nostalgic lately. I've been missing my mom a lot, and so things like Kraft macaroni and spaghetti and stuff like that just really reminds me of my mom, because those are things she cooked for us when I was little. So anyway, I'm gonna get this in there in just a moment, and I'm gonna stir this and I'll be back. All right, macaroni is done. I'll scrape the last little bit of that off camera because I'm not using a tripod today. There we go. And then I have the meat. Excuse my floors, I still haven't cleaned them. Here, I drained it. There was a lot of liquid in there, but I can guarantee you it's from the peppers and onions because they were frozen. Because we buy the 90-10 grade, so there's not a lot of fat in the meat. All right. The other plus side about doing this earlier in the day is that I can unload the dishwasher and start loading it. Also, real quick side note, I'm making cold brew coffee for the first time. So wish me luck on that. But yeah, that I'm gonna get this stirred up and then we'll get it in a casserole dish. All right, I'm about to put cheese on it. I'm not gonna lie to you guys, it does not look good, but I did just do a taste test of it. I made sure to get one of each of the components in there, and it actually does taste good. The green beans do need to cook a little bit longer, so I think they'll finish cooking off when I put it in the oven later. But other than that, I'm really surprised at how delicious this tastes. And now you get to see me in present day, in the flesh, as I edit this video. As you can see, I am not looking the best. I don't feel good at all. But anyway, that is not why I am showing my face. I'm showing my face because, like normal, I did not do an outro for this video. So I want to go ahead and thank you guys all for watching. If you liked this video, give it a thumbs up, comment down below, anything. And if you are new here, feel free to subscribe. We love having you guys. And I will see you guys all in the next one. Thanks, guys.